I wanted to play professionally. That was kind of my dream growing up. These things on the tips of my finger, what are they called?
I don't know.
You have them, you alien. Look at your hand. What are they called? A spoon is like a thing that can hold things, but like you hold the smaller thing in your hand. You don't know what Minecraft is because you're an alien.
Hi, I'm Maddie.
And I'm Ella. We are homeschoolers. We met through a homeschool platform called Recess, where we found our passion for learning and podcasting.
Exactly.
Come join us on our journey of self-directed learning as we dive into all the things about recess on our
Recess Rundown Podcast.
And we will hopefully see you there.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Recess Rundown. Today's guest is Josiah. He's an amazing guide at Recess and helps the kids see the real value in games they play every day. Welcome, Josiah.
Thanks for having me.
We've heard that you are a professional video gamer for the game League of Legends. That sounds really exciting. I want to know more. Can you please tell us?
Yeah, I wasn't professional. I wanted to play professionally. That was kind of my dream growing up. But yeah, I played this game called League of Legends. It's a team-based strategy game. The genre is called a MOBA. To be honest, I don't even know what a MOBA stands for. But it's a strategy game where you're working with your team to defeat the other team. It's kind of hard to explain, but I played that game like 12 hours a day, every single day for like 5 years straight. Like I was really dedicated. And then when I got into college, I played for my college's team. I had a scholarship to play the video game, so the school like gave me money to play the game for their team, which is pretty cool. Didn't end up playing professionally, but yeah, it was a great time. It's probably one of my favorite years of my entire life was just like being on a team with 4 other people, and we all were so passionate and we cared so much about winning in this game, and just something about being on the same page as 4 other people every single day and like sharing that passion and wanting to get better at the thing that you love is really exciting. It's like something you wake up and you just want to do it right away, you know?
Yeah, I mean, how do you even get into that sort of thing? How does like a college find you?
I kind of did it the other way around. Nowadays, a lot of colleges will like go out and recruit people. Yeah, let's see. When I was in high school, esports was becoming a pretty big thing, and the college that I went to was called UC Irvine, and they were one of the first schools to have an esports program in college. And so that happened while I was in high school. So then I kind of knew like this kind of is a school that I want to go to because they're like the first college campus to like accept esports as like a real thing. So I sought them out and found them and tried out for their team there. But nowadays it's much bigger, and colleges will literally like go and look at online rankings and like find players and like recruit them to play for their schools and stuff, which is cool. Because I think that's kind of how like normal sports works, right? Like football, basketball, those types of things. Like they look at high school players and then they like recruit them to come to their school.
Yeah, I wouldn't know because I'm a theater nerd. So
Yeah, no worries.
the only sport I do is dance. In your bio, it says that you were a coach. Like you helped people improve their gameplay. So you coached people in gaming. Did this experience lead you to wanting to teach kids the value of gaming and like helping them learn through games?
Not really. I didn't do a lot of coaching for League of Legends. I got a degree in psychology, and then I was looking for jobs relating to psychology after I graduated from college, and I found this place that does brain training. So basically, it's usually with kids, but we did have like adult clients as well. We would run them through these exercises. It's kind of like a gym, but for your brain. And these exercises would target different areas of your brain. So things like your attention, your memory, your processing speed. And basically we'd have these 60-minute sessions where I'd run you through these exercises, and we'd have like a metronome, and we'd make you go faster and like work harder and stuff. And the idea was that like you can train the underlying functions of your brain that help you be successful in like the more specific things in life. So you can train your processing speed and your memory and all that stuff, and that helps you when you go into school like be able to retain material, take a test really well, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I went from that to this company called Synthesis, where they did like online classes with games for kids. And it kind of just like brought these two ideas of like training your brain to be capable to do things, and then like using a game-based environment to work with other people and like learn how to work on a team. And I realized that I was pretty aligned with both of these jobs because I played so many video games growing up. So when I did that brain training job, I was really good at like the tests that we would give our clients to like assess how well they're progressing. And it wasn't because I did the exercises a lot. It was because I played so many video games growing up. And then, moving over to Synthesis and like them making their own games and working with kids and being like, games are a great way to learn how to work with other people and solve problems and do hard things. I was like, yeah, I know that's true because I lived that. Like I did that during college. So that's kind of how I ended up where I am now, like working with kids and using games as my medium to help them learn how to solve problems, do hard things, and like talk with other people and work on a team.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I need some of this brain training thing. I feel like when someone's like, all right, time to take a test, my brain just melts.
Yeah.
Video games can really help kids with problem solving, memory, multitasking, even, and sometimes reducing stress. I find. I know some parents have some concerns about too much screen time for their kids. I feel like I know how to keep that balance. I like playing a lot of video games, but I kind of stop sometimes. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna save this for later because it's really fun. And the skills I learned from video games can really kind of help me with life. For example, I'm playing a Zelda game, and it helps me with strategizing.
I haven't played a lot of Zelda. It's kind of like puzzles, right? Like you're trying to progress to the next area, do the next thing, and you have to figure your way out how to get to the next zone, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Video games, they've kind of helped me. So like, again, my learning is kind of pretty video game screen focused, like online math, online a lot. But I learned how to read from video games. So like when I was really little, no, not really little, but when I was little, I played a lot of Roblox. And I didn't know what people were saying, so it made me really want to learn how to read. And it like, eventually my brain just started to piece together the letters. I was like, oh, okay, so this is cat, this must be this. And then, yeah, just like Roblox, Minecraft, they really helped me to read, which was kind of strange, but cool.
Yeah. You know what I really like about that? It's like, I kind of view there's some things I think of education a lot. And one of the things that I think about is like, there are some basic things that I feel like everyone should know how to do, which is like read, write, and do math, And it's like, how do you give it to a kid in a way that like makes them want to do it instead of just like forcing them to do it? So like your story of I played Roblox a ton as a kid and everyone was typing in chat and I didn't know what they're saying. Like that is such a cool motivator to be like, I learned how to read because I really wanted to know what other people were saying,
Yeah.
Talking about how it helps with kids to learn. Do you have any examples of how kids in recess where video games help them a lot?
Gosh, I mean, where do I start? I do a lot of the engineering games. So okay, I'll give you two examples. So I do Mindustry and Factorio classes, and those are like engineering games where you're building a factory, and the complexity of the game starts out kind of small, but very quickly it scales up and it gets more and more complex, and you have more things to manage And then you layer in you're working with other people while you build this thing. So you have to communicate about how this thing is getting more complex. And I just think that it's a great way to learn how to talk to other people, and it's a great way to learn how to think about big problems and how to tackle them. Going a completely different direction, I think Minecraft is like one of the most popular games of all time, and it's very uncommon for me to find a kid who says I don't like playing Minecraft. And I also think that one of the biggest things that I've noticed with Minecraft is like when kids play that game, they like to argue and they like to fight a lot. And those feel like negative things, but I really think that it's a great way to learn how to resolve conflicts and feel comfortable expressing like negative emotions and how it makes you feel. And what should I do when I feel this way? You know, do I just leave the Zoom call or leave the room and don't talk to the person that annoyed me? Or do I stay here and I try to hash it out and try to find some common ground?
Yeah, I mean, every time I play Minecraft with my brothers, like I have two younger brothers, they'll kill me or they'll murder my dogs or my cats. Like it's and then like don't do that. And then argument follows. But yeah, usually gets resolved.
Yeah, totally.
Factorio and Mindustry, those games started Recess cohorts, and these are really hard engineering games, like as you said. And out of all the games that are available, why do you think Recess chose them?
That's a great question. There's a few reasons. One is if you tell a software engineer who plays Factorio that we have kids who are as young as 9 playing this game and launching rockets and building out these factories, like that blows their mind. Another reason is we like to choose games that aren't dependent on a timer. Like, so it doesn't force you to be like really good with your computer to be good at the game. It's more about how well can you think and how well can you communicate ideas to be good at the activity that you're doing. Yeah, I think those are the two main reasons why we pick games like that.
Nice. I mean, I personally do not like Mindustry. I've never tried it, but just from watching my brothers do it, it's, I don't know, not my kind of game, but I think it's really amazing how, like you said, kids as young as 9 can do that, like playing Factorio.
Yeah, totally. And it's totally okay not to like engineering games, you know? That's part of Recess is like we want to have as many options as possible and we want to cater to everyone. So if you don't like engineering games, that's totally fine.
We've been asking this question to everyone, all the guests that have come on. What did you want to be when you were a kid? And how did that change as you grew up and over time?
Yeah. I think, you know, I always struggled with this question and like from like ages 8 to 13. And the thing that I always defaulted to was like, I think I'm just going to be a soccer coach because soccer was the sport that I liked playing. And I don't know. I just said I was going to be a soccer coach. And then once I got into high school, I did play a lot of video games even back before high school. But once I got into high school, that's when I found the game League of Legends and I got really competitive with it. And that's kind of when I shifted towards, I think I want to be a professional gamer. And that's when I started taking it very seriously. And then I guess now that I'm older, I don't know if that question still applies because technically I'm an adult now, but like I still think about it every day. Like, who do I want to be? What do I want to do? You know? And I don't know. I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing right now. Am I going to do this type of stuff for the rest of my life? I'm not sure. We're just going to have to wait and see. But as of now, I'm pretty satisfied with what I've ended up doing and the direction that I think I'm heading.
Yeah, I mean, like, when, like, I've had so many adults go, so, you know, you're almost in high school. What do you want to do? What do you want to do when you go into university? I'm like, whoa, calm down. lot further down the road. Like, what do you want to
Yeah.
do when you grow up? I don't know. Right now I'm great. I walk dogs and that's fine.
What do you want to do right now, Ella? What's fun to you right now?
Like I said, I do a lot of musical theater.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of musical theater. Just like the arts. Like, I do a lot of art, like singing, dancing. I really only got into dancing. I hated dancing. I used to hate it. And then I got into it because, like, in musical theater, there's so much dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I forced Maddie to come watch me in my show.
Yeah.
I didn't force her.
No, you didn't force me. I came, though. It was good.
I just hinted.
Are you guys close, or was it like a big journey for you to go, Maddie?
We're in like
No, we're like just like 40 minutes away from each
Oh,
other.
nice. That's so cool.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
And did you guys know each other before recess or no?
No.
No way. That's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, so many recess kids, I didn't even know they lived near me. I mean, safety issues, so, like,
Mhm.
shouldn't do this. But,
Yeah.
like, if children just had where they live, just, like, generally in their recess profile, might be helpful. Oh, you live in
Yeah.
Canada? That's great. I live in Canada, too.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
like, safety issues. Okay. Another thing. So, you said you played League of Legends. Do you like Arcane, the series?
Oh, like the Netflix show?
Yes.
I've seen the first one and I liked it a lot. I haven't seen the second season yet, but I do want to watch it. I just need to find a friend that I can leech a Netflix subscription off of because I do not want to pay for it myself.
Hmm.
Yeah. I know why I haven't watched it, because Netflix doesn't let you share accounts anymore. That's why I lost
really?
Netflix. Yeah, so
I
I
didn't
have
know
to
that.
buy Netflix if I want to watch the show, and
Oh.
I'm kind of I'm on strike right now. I don't know if I'm going to do it.
Okay. Another question that we've also been asking the guides. Would you have wanted recess when you were a kid?
I'm trying to think. Something that I've been wrestling with is, okay, so two things. One thing that we always talk about at recess is, like, we only want to do the things that are better online than in person. Like, we don't want to try to compete with things that are better in person. And to that point, I think of, like, the origin of recess and why it started, which was, like, we want to help kids connect with each other and then do hard things together because they share the same passions. And my childhood, I had a school that was, like, right next to my house. I had tons of friends that lived in my neighborhood, so I had, like, very vibrant social connections growing up. And so the thing that I was lacking was, I guess I wasn't exposed to a lot of, like, possibilities and things that I could do. I think, like, the traditional schooling, a focus on, like, math, English, science, history, whatever, was, like, boring to me, and I didn't get exposed to, like, you can work on a car and become a mechanic, you can learn electrical engineering, you can do computer science, you could do this. Like, so in that aspect of, like, all of the things that recess introduces you to and shows you, like, these are real things that you could be taking a class on right now, that is something that I wish I had as a kid. But in terms of, like, the social connections and stuff, I feel like I had that based on where I grew up in the community that I was in.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
We heard that you read fantasy books a lot. What are your favorite books, and what is on your book list?
I need this.
Oh my gosh.
I love fantasy books. So, like, I mean, I might need to wait a little bit because, I'm a child, you're an adult, but,
Yeah, I don't think the books that I read are, like, I think teenagers could read the books that I read.
Okay,
I actually
so
have one
then
on my
I can
desk right
read
now. I have a Brandon Sanderson book called The Hero of Ages. This is book 3 of the Mistborn series.
I just got
let's
the
see.
first Mistborn book.
You have it?
I did, yeah. I got it a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't read it yet.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for you. I'm actually rereading it. So, okay. how did this all start? How did I get into fantasy books? You know what's funny? I didn't read Harry Potter until like November of last year, and I read the entire series in like a month.
Okay, Josiah, get out. No. Goodbye.
I
We're
read
done with
it.
this
What are you telling me to
interview.
get out?
No. But
My
like,
okay. My
the fact that you
defense.
waited
My
that
defense.
long.
Well, here's my defense. My mom didn't let me read it as a kid, and then as an
Oh.
adult, I was like, okay, I'm gonna read this now. Like it's time.
Okay.
Um.
Okay, makes it a little
Yeah.
bit better. You can stay for now.
Okay.
Yeah, to
Thank
be
you.
fair, I haven't read the books, but I have watched the movie.
That
I
doesn't
like
make
the
it any
movies.
better.
I know, but like still.
You've watched the movies before you
You're about
read
to get
the
kicked
book.
out of your own podcast, Maddie. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Yeah. Goodbye. Get out. No.
Okay, so back to the thing. A few years ago, my cousin told me about this book called The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. And actually, if you give me a second, I literally just brought the books up from my car. 1 second. Okay. So, this thing is like huge. It's like 1,000 pages. And my cousin told me about it at Thanksgiving like 2 or 3 years ago. And then I didn't really, as a kid, I read like the Warrior Cat books and stuff, but then like
Don't
once I
get
got
me
into
started.
like high school, I kind of like stopped reading altogether. And then so my cousin told me about this book and I was like, I used to read so much as a kid and I'm just going to try it. And then I ended up reading all 4 of the first, it's a big series. It's going to be 10 books. So we only had 4 books out at the time. I read all 4 books and like I was reading like a book a week. It was insane. And then I got really hooked on Brandon Sanderson. And then I was using ChatGPT to help me find other books. I read The Lies of Locke Lamora, which was a really good fantasy series as well.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, I really like that one. But now Brandon Sanderson came out with book 5 for his book. And then I was reading it and he does this thing where all of his books are connected. They're all in like the same universe in a sense. So he'll like hint between the different books of like things that have happened in other worlds and stuff. And so I was reading book 5 and there was a lot of like references and things that I wasn't catching because I hadn't read his other books. So now I'm in this giant rabbit hole where I'm reading all of his books because I want to understand all the references. So what are we? We're at February 25th. This is the 5th Brandon Sanderson book that I've read this year. And I'm planning on reading all of his books this year so I understand everything.
Nice. I mean, yeah, just like you saying. Okay, I have a lot of things. Just like the Warrior books, like don't even get me started. I think like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I went through this huge Warriors phase. I think I have almost 50 on my bookshelf right now.
Oh my gosh.
Like I read those within like the span of a couple months. It was
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't even know when I was a kid. Like there's probably so many more books out because when I was a kid, I had at least 20 or 30 of those things. I had like almost the full collection at the time. So there's probably way more than there used to be.
Oh yeah, I think so many. Then also you saying you read a book a week? Me too. It's like my usual, like 2 books a week, 1 book a week.
Yeah.
I'm going to the library constantly. Then what was the whole thing connected? It reminds me of the series, which like I highly recommend. My favorite author, she's like YA fancy, Leigh Bardugo. She wrote Shadow and Bone. Wait, I'm rereading it right now. I just finished it, Shadow and Bone. There's a Netflix series.
Yeah. Oh, no way.
By Leigh Bardugo. It's so good, the series. But, like, that one's okay. But Six of Crows, I love it.
I'll have
And
to check it
everything
out.
takes place in, like, the same world. So it's highly recommend her. YA fantasy. So good.
Dang. Okay. What about you, Manny?
Grisha Rose.
Okay, so I know how Ella was talking about, oh, I love Warrior Cat so much. Don't kick me out again. Warrior Cats weren't my thing. It's just not my thing, to be
Okay,
honest.
that's okay. It's
That's
not really
okay.
my thing anymore either.
It was just I'm not really into like animal kind of some animal books I'm really into. Like The Rats of Nim. That was a pretty good book.
Oh, I read that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just Warrior Cats. I wasn't just like really into it. I didn't really find it interesting. I read like one book, the first book, and I'm like, no. I was struggling to finish it actually. I do like Howl's Moving Castle, which I'm reading right now
I
for my
wanted to
book
read
club.
that for forever
It's so good. That's like
love the
one of my
movie.
all-time favorite.
because I didn't know there was a book. Now I know. Don't kick me out because I watched the movie first, but it's so good.
You know what's funny? I don't even know what Howl's Moving Castle is, but I know it because apparently the soundtrack is like super famous from that,
It
right?
is.
I've
It
heard.
is.
I think
Oh
I've heard the
my
song.
gosh.
I just started learning the song on the piano.
It's so
I should add that to my list.
It is so good. Like the soundtracks for all their movies is just like
Yeah, Studio Ghibli
good.
is just so good.
Oh man.
Yes.
Have you guys read the Magic Tree House books?
I
okay.
want to.
As a
They
kid,
seem
I
fun.
never. They seem fun. As a kid, I didn't like them.
Really?
Mm.
They were so imaginative and fun. That was the first. I think the Magic Tree House books were the first ones that I like binged as a kid, and then I moved on to Warrior Cats. Oh my gosh. Jogging my memory now. What about like the Hunger Games? Have you guys read those?
I love the Hunger Games. And there's a new one coming out in like November or October. And it's
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, do they still make those books? They keep adding on?
She's making a
What?
new one. And then next year, so she's already partnered with like a film thing. They're gonna make a movie about the book next year. And then the book is coming out this year, and I'm very excited,
What?
as you can tell.
That's crazy.
Hunger Games.
Dang.
Actually, I really want to read that with my book club. I really, really want to do that.
I've been not watching. I've been reading a lot of the what's it called? The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Chronicles of Narnia. That's the name.
That's what
I've
I'm
been
reading with
reading.
my book club
It's
right
really
now.
good. I'm liking it a lot.
It's so good.
Yeah, and I'm also reading Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. I watched the movie so many times, and now I want to read the book because I got it, and it's really good, and it's good. Like, yeah, in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read the Narnia books as well. I don't really remember them though.
So good. I'm reading.
Yeah,
it
the
with my
first
book club
one's
right
kind of
now.
like just like the pinpoint for me. It's kind of like the first book, not the first book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The second one, I think that's the second one.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite, probably.
It's
It's so good.
Like the magician's nephew is okay, but so the tale. So just next question that we've written down a few questions that we wanted to ask you. The next question is, Maddie, do you want to ask it?
Sure. We heard you have cats.
We've also seen that you have cats.
Yes, and names? What's their names?
This is Penny. She wants my attention right now. And then my roommate has a cat too, but his name's Duck, and he's in the other room right now. But yeah, Penny's my cat. She's about 2 or 3 years old now. Probably like 3. She's pretty young. Do you guys have pets?
Okay, so I grew up with having a pet at my grandparents' house. It was a dog. His name was Ralphie. He was so cute. But then he died when I was like 6, so it was really sad. And then now I really want a dog, but I can't have one because I'm allergic now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So it is so annoying. And whenever I go to like a family's house and they have a relative's house and they have a dog, I go straight to it. I'm like, I don't care if I get allergic. I want to see a dog right now. And I just stay with it the whole time.
Yeah. I'm allergic to cats, but that doesn't keep me from having a cat. So
Yeah.
don't give up hope, Maddie.
Okay, so pets. I have a lot right now. I used to have, again, so much. So many. I have a lot. So I have 2 guinea pigs, which are mine. Um, so just gonna little link here. Go check out my blog. All
I
the
think I did read
viewers.
that blog
I made a
post, the
blog
one that you
about it.
rescued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have a dog. She's 16, almost
Ella.
17.
Ella.
Sorry. And then I have chickens. So yeah.
I had a
have
chicken growing up too.
Just one.
Well, yeah. You guys want to hear a story? I don't want to derail this too much, but we had a chicken because we wanted to have eggs. We thought it was a hen. Turned out to be a rooster. And like we live in the suburbs, so like a rooster going off at like 6 a.m, like waking up the entire neighborhood, probably not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was young. I don't really know what my dad was thinking, but he was like, gotta get rid of the bird. He didn't want to kill it, but he for some reason thought that he had to kill it, so he like whipped up some sort of like mixed together some chemicals and like put the chicken under the bucket with the chemicals to try to like gas it so that it would die. And then he took a shower, cried in the shower because he didn't want to lose the chicken. And then he came back outside and he like goes to take the bucket off and he's expecting like the chicken to be dead. Takes the bucket off, the chicken's still there, and it like gives a little cough. It's like and then it just like walks off and keeps going. And then he like smartened up and was like, okay, let's go like give it to a shelter or something nearby. So
poor chicken.
we didn't end up killing the chicken, but
my heart is racing. I have, yeah, I don't know, it's like the rooster at 6 a.m. I also live in the suburbs. Yay.
Yeah, suburbs. Woo.
Yeah. And our chickens, it's basically like a suburban farm. To make a TV show, Our Suburban Farm. But yeah, no, hens make a lot of noise too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They scream. Well, not scream. They
I didn't
like,
know that.
I don't know, like when they're about to lay an egg.
Oh really?
They basically sounds like a rooster. A rooster. Yeah.
Oh.
Do you guys eat the eggs?
Mm-hmm. Right now they're not laying because it's the winter. But yeah, we do. We have 4, so it's kind of.
Is it like spring, summer, fall is when they lay eggs?
And then like
Gotcha.
towards the autumn,
Sorry,
egg production kind of slows down. But yeah, I have 2 of the chickens are special needs.
Oh.
So one, she has like a wonky leg.
Oh, my chicken had a wonky leg. It was like broken.
Oh, yeah.
He like walked with a limp.
And then I have another one. It has cross beak. So normal beak is like this. Her beak is like this.
Oh. That must be hard to eat.
Yeah. My mom has to make special food for it, but you know, she's fine.
Oh, that looks interesting, actually.
Wait, what?
You're looking up cross beak
like 2 mouths. Yeah, I searched it up.
Oh, wait. Maddie, I can send you a photo of my...
Yes, please.
All right. Yeah. Chickens.
It's just sad. You get a chicken and they lay eggs. My kid is gonna be so beautiful. My chick is gonna be so beautiful. Then you take the egg away. Where did my egg go? It's supposed to hatch soon, or whatever. I don't know, but like, it's kind of sad. Oh,
I sent it to you.
Oh no!
Wait, we can pop the image up on the screen while editing. So yeah, she's a little wonky looking. But honestly, she's the craziest out of all the chickens. She tried to jump into my neighbor's backyard once, like across the fence. Chickens can fly.
Nice. Just a little bit, right?
I don't know. You tell me. Or not really. They can. They can fly. Not like normal birds. Anyway. Would you like to play a game?
Totally. Let's play a game.
So we do this at the end of every episode. So, Maddie, you explain, because I'm not good at explaining.
I'm so honored. This game is called Speed Translator. We will, me or Ella will give you a one like word, and you will have to explain it like you're trying to
Talk to an
explain it to an
alien.
alien. Yeah, like talk to an alien.
So like they don't know what a backpack is. So let's say you
Yeah.
have to explain backpack. It's like it's a
Okay,
thing.
so like be really specific.
Yes.
And then
Okay.
So
you also you have a time limit.
yes.
Okay.
So I'll set up the timer.
Okay.
Okay, I think 3 minutes is good.
3 minutes to explain 5. No. 3 minutes. Yeah.
2
You have 3 minutes. 3 minutes to explain 5 things. And I guess me and Ella will be your aliens, and we'll tell you if it works or not.
Wait, so do you already know the words?
We do.
Yes, we do know
Oh.
the
We
words.
have them
Just
for the now.
give them to you one by one, and then you can say like, "Okay, I am finished with my the first word," and we're like, "Okay, yeah." The alien will probably understand, and then you'll go into the next one. We'll tell you the next one. Oh,
To make sure I'm understanding this correctly, you're going to give me a word, and I have to explain that word to the best of my ability and make it as easy as possible for Maddie to understand what the word is, and I have to get Maddie to guess the word.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm your alien, so I'll act oblivious.
Okay.
Ella, you can in Riverside there is a chat button.
I see that.
There should be. Yeah, so Ella will send you a word in the chat. She'll direct message it to you.
Oh wait. Okay, never mind. All right.
Or I just won't check the chat. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Just don't check the chat. All right, here we go. First word, I'm starting the timer in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, it's a thing that you wear not on your front, but on your, and you put stuff into it, and you take it to school with you.
She doesn't know what school is.
You're going for a hike, and you put a bunch of stuff in this,
What's a
and
hike?
then, oh my gosh,
What is a hike? What's a hike?
What? How else am I supposed to explain this? It's a thing that you put stuff into to carry with you, and you have to throw it over your shoulder, and it's really useful if you're carrying a lot of stuff.
Guys,
it doesn't get better than that. Yay!
Yay! Okay. Getting the next one. All right, go.
Okay. This is a thing. A cave is like this thing that goes underground, and then sometimes there's these things that like grow from the ceiling, I think, or maybe like the top of something, like the thing above you right now is a ceiling. I guess they can grow in the ground too, or they grow inside of rocks, and they're really pretty, and they sparkle in the sunlight, and they shine, and they can be like kind of see-through-ish. People like to put them in their water recently because they think it gives them like health benefits.
I think that might confuse her.
I don't know. They're like different. They're you don't know what Minecraft is because you're an alien. I don't know. It's like it's a rock thing that grows out of the ground, and it's kind of see-through, and it shines in the light, and it can be different colors. This is a hard word.
Sorry, I'm giving you very
describe.
hard ones. You can give up. It's okay. I have a couple.
Yeah, you can do it if you want.
Yeah, skip. Next word. Go.
All right. Sorry, I'm trying to copy and paste. There we go.
When you're cold, you put this thing on top of you, and it covers you, and it's kind of like the shape of a rectangle or a square.
What's a rectangle? What's a square?
It's something that goes like this.
Okay.
It's bigger than you, and it covers you, and it keeps you warm, and usually use it at night when you go to bed. You put it on top of yourself. It's soft, it's fuzzy.
What's soft? What's fuzzy?
No, no, Maddie, I feel like you would know.
This is impossible.
A blanket.
Yay!
Okay.
This is a thing that goes in something a little bit bigger than this, and you eat it with a spoon, and it's liquidy.
Spoon.
A spoon is like a thing that can hold things. Like if your hand, for example, can hold something, but like you hold the smaller thing in your hand and you scoop with it and then you put it in your mouth because you're eating it. I don't know how talking to aliens is hard. I don't know how you guys do this.
You said it's a liquid. Can you kind of like elaborate on liquid?
Yeah, it's like loose and it takes the shape of the container that you put it inside of.
A bowl.
Yeah, this thing goes in the bowl. It's the food that you eat. You can make a whole bunch of different varieties of it depending what you put into it. But you eat this thing out of a bowl with a spoon. And it's liquidy. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, wait, do you want... There are two hard ones. Which one do you want?
I don't know, you pick.
Wait,
You're
isn't
running
it
the show,
timer?
Ella. Yeah, this has been like
the timer's almost done.
Oh,
okay, well quick. Give me the next word.
quick.
Oh my gosh. Okay. These things on the tips of my finger, what are they called?
I don't know.
You have them, you alien. Look at your hand. What are they called?
Nails.
Yeah, and then you like paint stuff onto them.
Nail polish.
Woo!
5
The
seconds
alien
to
knew what nail
spare.
polish
5
was.
seconds. We can't do another word in 5 seconds.
We missed the second one. The second one was hard.
Yeah, this was... mustard was my other one.
Mustard.
How can you
That was a
explain
hard
mustard?
game, guys. I don't know.
It's kind of like taboo, but kind of more complicated.
Yeah, because you're playing dumb on me, Maddie. I know you know what a blanket is and a backpack.
Yeah. Okay. So, great job with the game. It was.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to play.
Yeah.
Okay, we have one more. We have one more thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, Josiah, if you were to create one question for us to create the next guest on our show, what would it be? We can give you have as much time to think as you want.
There's no timer.
Do you know who you're doing next? Who you're interviewing next?
We
No.
can't tell you that.
But also, yeah, that's classified.
Classified.
Let's see. There's only 4 options left.
Maybe even more. I don't know.
I think this is a good question regardless of who you get, but like what is the best horror story from your life?
Oh, that's good.
Like, what is the most horrific thing that has happened to you?
So, like, scariest? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, it depends what your definition of scary is.
Thank you for the question. And you better watch the next episode so you can find out who we interviewed next and you can see the answer. And
I won't miss it.
Yeah. Ending on that note, do you have any final thoughts?
No, not really. I had a good time. You guys asked some great questions, and it was fun spending the last hour with you all.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is the end of today's episode. Thank you, Josiah, for being on the Recess Rundown podcast. It was really fun to get to know you and chat and play the game where I was oblivious.
Yeah, it really was. All right. If you're part of the Recess community and you would like to be on our show, please email me, Ella, and Maddie, but same email, at recessrundown@gmail.com, or message us on the Recess platform and we will get you on the show. Well, we'll try. No promises.
Okay, so please like and subscribe to our channel and we'll see you in the next episode. Yeah, bye.
Bye.